This is the second pair of barefoot shoes that I've been rocking for the past 5 months, which is the Saguaro Barefoot Shoes, until it started showing some wear and tear that kind of makes it very hard not to move on to a new pair of barefoot shoes. Now, prior to this, I was wearing the Mesage barefoot shoes for about 4 to 5 months as well, before seeing the same problem with the wear and tear points. And since many of you seem to be interested in that particular video, so why not make a follow-up video on my barefoot shoe journey with this new pair of barefoot shoe. In this video, we will briefly talk about everything that you need to know about barefoot shoes in general, the benefits of wearing one, and also talk about these Saguaro barefoot shoes in particular, the build quality, my experience wearing them, and my overall thoughts. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I purchased these shoes with my own money, and as usual, it will be an unbiased review dissecting almost everything you need to know about these shoes. Now, with that out of the way, let's dive right in. So in case if you are not caught up with the barefoot shoes movement, let me give you a TLDR. Essentially, regular shoes have narrow toe box, and by definition, a toe box is the section of footwear that surrounds the shoes on closed-toed shoes. You see, normal or conventional shoes have many layers of cushion and foam to support our feet, and the design of these shoes normally have a narrow toe box, which could cause pain and discomfort for some people. And through human evolution, we have evolved from walking barefooted to wearing overly cushioned shoes. That conventional shoes are the reasons why some of us are flat-footed, have weak ankles, and poor feet stability. This is where barefoot shoes come in play. As we go through this pair of barefoot shoes from Saguaro, I will touch upon the few key benefits of wearing barefoot shoes in general, and maybe you should consider switching into them. So day one of receiving the Saguaro barefoot shoes, I put them on and tested it out, and my first thoughts and impression wearing these brand new shoes were up to my expectation in terms of comfort level. But this time I decided to select a shoe size smaller compared to the one that I had, which is the Mesage barefoot shoes. And now I finally found my perfect shoe size fitting the barefoot shoe category. And my experience improved tremendously. You see, barefoot shoes are designed to have a large toe box area. Correct me if I'm wrong, when deciding on regular shoes, there are times that you consider half or a size bigger just for more comfort around the toe box, and eventually you end up not getting a shoe size that you were supposed to fit. At least that happens for me. I have quite a large feet, and I've been sort of forced to accustom to narrow toe box style regular shoes, and sometimes it does get a little tight and uncomfortable for long periods of time. However, it has never been the case for barefoot shoes, at least for these two pairs. That being said, the Saguaro barefoot shoes, as expected, is quite comfortable. The material used on these shoes on the upper portion of the shoe is knitted fabric, and the overall lining around the shoe is made from breathable leather, while the soles are made from rubber material. These shoes are laced up shoes with just a buckle to tighten and loosen. After adjusting the tightness, you just tuck it right above the shoelaces secured with a Velcro strap. Now, I have to say the design on this pair of barefoot shoes are pretty stylish, and I actually like the Saguaro shoes over the Mesage shoes. Now, let's take a look at the heel area of the shoes. Similar to the Mesage shoes, it has barely noticeable heel support, and the soles at the bottom of the shoes has a zero drop design where your feet are as close to the ground as possible to allow your feet to work a little harder, building some muscles for stability work. Of course, the heel area comes with sufficient rubber protection against shrapnel and with plenty of traction surface ensuring for a firm grip on rough terrains. However, similar to the Mesage shoes, when walking on wet and slippery terrains, you may want to be a little more careful as you can literally glide on water on wet floors and possibly fall down. These shoes are also very bendable and flexible since it doesn't have a hard cushion at the base of the shoes, making storing them in your bag a breeze. All in all, the design of the shoes is quite good and I enjoy walking in them, especially with a comfortable toe box area. However, the build quality similarly, especially around the heel areas, wear and tear is something that I might need to take a closer look. So let's talk about my experience wearing these Saguaro barefoot shoes over the span of 5 months. First thing to check is the heel area. As every stride that you take when walking, your heel should be the first to touch the ground, followed by the area under your toe box. And as you can see, the rubber under the heel have worn out way faster than any other areas of the bottom section of the shoe. Now, the worrying part on my end is that both Saguaro shoes and the Mesage shoes have worn out faster when compared to other areas under the shoe, which which could suggest that I am walking slightly lopsided, putting more pressure towards the one side of my feet. Though I'm not sure how I really feel about it, as I don't feel pain or discomfort walking this way. Overall, my experience and comfort level wearing these pair of Saguaro Barefoot shoes is quite positive, with probably just my habit of walking slightly one-sided, not that I can notice it enough, which is what's causing the exaggerated wear and tear situation. Now, apart from the heel area, it seems like on my right shoe in particular, the area under the toe box also worn out faster than my left shoe. The soles inside the shoes have also started to worn out around the same area as the heels, so I guess it's about time to get them replaced. All in all, the Saguaro shoes held up a little longer than the Maxom shoes. So just thought to update you guys on the real world wear and tear situation for someone who walks about 40 to 50 minutes daily back and forth on Tarmac Road in Tokyo City, as well as exploring around Tokyo on long photo walk sessions, all within a span of 5 to 6 months. And if I were to give it 1 or 2 more months, perhaps I should be able to see a hole under my shoe. Now, another thing worth mentioning is that these shoes, when in contact with heavy rain, like flooded floorways or streets, is not a good idea. These shoes get wet as soon as you step in a puddle of water, so just take that in mind. Now, with all of that being said, barefoot shoes have become an essential part of my daily driver, and I go by them every single day, walking to my workplace, exploring Tokyo, on road trips, and it has all been an absolute joy walking in them. Comparing it to the Maxom Barefoot shoes, where they were a size bigger than my correct fit, the Saguaro Barefoot shoes with a good fit was flawless when it comes to comfortability. My toes are constantly in a neutral position without being cramped up, and I still think that these shoes are actively training your feet muscles each time you splay your toes on the ground for a good grip, ensuring that every step that you take is way more stable. So, same advice as my previous videos, do not sleep on barefoot shoes, at least in your lifetime. Consider picking one up and try it out for yourself, especially given the insanely low price point of about 13 to 14 US dollars. Of course, if you are medically diagnosed with feet problems, please consider consulting your physician before jumping straight in. And also consider giving it some time getting used to barefoot shoes to really see the benefits of walking in them in the long run. And that's basically it from me. I hope you have found this video insightful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'll be sure to get back to you guys as soon as possible. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Ken and I'll catch you all in the next video. Stay safe, peace out, and bye bye.